Guys, as you can clearly tell, it's been a little over a month since I've posted a video, and for that I'm really super sorry. As you can tell by my new location, I'm not at school, and that's because I went home. I'll have been home officially 2 weeks this Thursday, and so through coming home and the 2 weeks before that were finals, and we had to clean out and move out of our apartments, and it was just a lot of chaos going on. And I feel like I've officially settled back into routine, so I was able to calm down enough to make a video, and I'm going to make them more often. I want to say weekly, but I can't make one next week because I'm going to be camping. So bi-monthly? Yeah, maybe. Okay, that's the hope. Okay. All right. So, as you guys know, I have been home from college, and so that's kind of what I wanted to talk about today. Is I wanted to talk about what it's like to be home. So being home at college, especially after the first year, may be harder than the summer going home after sophomore year, junior year, even your last year of school. All through high school we lived with our families and we were used to their rhythms and schedules. We may not have liked the schedule, but we knew it well and we lived within it. And then came college, and you moved into your dorm, and suddenly your entire schedule is your own. You wake up when you want, you go to bed when you want, and your parents aren't there telling you what you need to do 24/7. That's suddenly up to you. I remember my first week of college. Still went to bed when I did in high school, and I constantly called my parents. And I even sent them text message from mountains or off campus that wasn't expected. But slowly I got adjusted and stopped texting my parents as often and explored and developed myself. And it was quite an awesome experience. You know, living on your own, even in freshman dorms with CCU rules, it was still the most freedom I've ever had. And going home over Christmas was just a taste of what it would be like to come home for the summer. I wasn't home long enough to really find the adjustment. I was home for Christmas in a few days, but then I went on vacation to Louisiana to see my family down there, and so I wasn't really actually home. But I kind of wish I'd kept track more of the changes. Like how when everybody went to bed, you couldn't just leave because you wanted to, or marathoning a television show for 24 hours straight is no longer acceptable, and you might get a few jokes at the expense of your family. Um, but it was nothing that was compared to what happened when I came home for the summer. See, summer is an extension, and it's an extension of length for what you actually have to be home for. And you actually have to move home unless, of course, you get an apartment. But the majority of freshmen I know just went back home. Um, so you bring all of the crap that you've collected at college, and if you're anything like me, you've collected a lot of crap. And you can't escape to your dorm room when you get mad at your parents. All you can do is go to your room, which is still in the same place as them. I don't know. One of the biggest adjustments for me is not having everyone within a few steps of access or down a stairwell. One of the biggest adjustments, is my roommates Stevie and Mariah are not just down the hall. I can't just go bang on their door when I need advice or a nice Stevie hug, or I want to listen to Mariah sing. I think it'd be kind of awkward if I just called Mariah and was like, "Could you sing to me because I miss you singing?" Or if I called Stevie and was like, "Oh my gosh, can you drive to my house just so I can get a hug?" It's not exactly, the same. Um, and so that's kind of been the hardest thing, for me at least. I know everybody's thing is harder for them, um, but that's just mine. Um, and so, it's not bad now. The ache of not being there isn't terrible now, but I can only imagine what it's going to be a couple weeks or a few weeks down the road, like the middle of July. And even though I know I'm closer to seeing them in the middle of the July than I am now, I feel like that's when it's going to hit me more. But I don't know. And another adjustment is, our families have adjusted to their lives without us. They're like, all right, you guys are out, you're gone, call, text, whatever when you need. I'll come down and visit if they're in state, or, you have to wait till Thanksgiving or Christmas or spring break to see them if you live out of state. But, And so they have their routine without us. And then I have my routine that I've developed, or that everybody's developed, in college. They've got their routine, shopping on Monday nights at 11 at Walmart, so doing board games at the stew at 2 in the morning or whatever. Um, and so these two routines have to suddenly mesh again. And I guess I have to pinpoint that I love having my family back in that everyday life. I like having the mesh. But it's just different, and it takes time to develop the routines back to similar paces. Um, so I guess that was really my only topic is just, being home is different, and it's a good thing, but it's different. After having lived, away from my family for 10 months, seeing them, only a few times out of those 10 months I think I saw them for maybe a total of, maybe a month total out of those 10 months. It's different. So I guess I'm going to leave you guys with, is there any advice to those who have been through it, who can tell for first timers what it's like, what to expect? Because, most of the colleges have already been home for like a week or a couple weeks now, but, it's only the first couple weeks. We still have another 8 or 9 weeks to go. And so just any advice would be awesome. And for those of you going through it, tell me your opinions. How has the transfer been back home? What's been going on? Or for those seniors, who haven't moved out yet, who are going to college and who are going to leave, you have any questions? Just put them all in the comment box, okay, guys? And I will definitely update more when I get back from camping. All right, awesome. Bye.